recording of the unboxing that I did a little bit earlier. My camera actually stopped working. It wasn't recording anything. And this camera looks a little bit better. I just have to do it one-handed with this time. So, this is the Jetson Nano Developer Board. This is a artificial intelligence kind of IoT micro board here. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box here. So there's nothing in here. It's kind of empty. This is our developer board here. We have a couple of papers in here. The first paper is, it looks like just a getting started document there. Nothing major. Probably because I had to put something in the box. And this right here is a stand to put your Nano on. Again, it's kind of ghetto, guys. They gave us a cardboard box to stand up our Nano. We'll probably just 3D print one there. And I don't have a static wrist protector on. I'm not going to move around too much, so we should be good to go. Alright, as we see the board come out here, we have a pretty hefty heatsink on here, and it looks like we have fan mounts here. So if we turn the board around, we have a couple of peripherals. So we have that barrel jack there. That barrel jack is going to give you 10 volts pretty much into your board. We also can provide power over here. But the only thing about power over here, it's going to take your USB power and you only got 5 volts. So when you're doing AI stuff, especially if you're going to drive 2 cameras, multiple cameras or really nice displays, you're going to need that extra bandwidth or power. The next thing here is you have 4 USB 3 connectors here, high speed. You have a HDMI connector and you have a DisplayPort connector. We're going to go over here, and we have 2 lanes for putting a video camera on here. And from what I've seen online, you can actually do 4K cameras. So that's actually going to be amazing there for encoding and decoding. So the AI for this board, they're really leveraging that NVIDIA processor there. So here we actually have a spot that we put the microSD card in. I'm not sure if you can see that spot down there. Come on, refocus. But that spot is where you put the SD card in, and that's where it saves information as well as what's on board. So the bigger card you put in there, the more space you're going to have to do things with. And over here we have a couple of pinouts. So these pinouts are similar to what you're going to get with an Arduino or Raspberry Pi. You can hook sensors and other things up to this as well. So this thing right here is actually, I mean, it's pretty amazing. They managed to put that much stuff into a small little package. Of course, they're going to put their NVIDIA logo down there. I'm trying to see if I can. Okay, we got some LED pins. So this is right up under it. So this tells you what the pins are. So it has LED, UART. That's how we're going to program it. Looks like you disable a pin. You can do ground. So these are some of the pins, I believe, for. So these are just more pinouts. So you can hook other things to this, like a mini display or something. LED lights you can hook to that. Alright, so up at the top here, this just tells about our cameras. Over here, of course, we have our connectors. And over here, we have our ground pins, we have our digital pins. So yes, anything you can do with your Arduino, you're going to be able to do with this guy, peripheral-wise. So let's jump over to the website and see what we got from there. Alright guys, we are over on the NVIDIA website here. And we're on the Jetson Nano Developer Kits page. Again, this is kind of an AI microcomputer. It's for, makers and learners, but it's leveraging NVIDIA's kind of GPU. Pretty much all you need to do is just insert a micro SD card. You flash this thing. It's going to run its own version of Linux, which I think is just a watered down version of Ubuntu, but it looks really graphically and pretty. But again, once we start programming this, you guys start seeing this, you'll kind of see where I'm coming from of it's kind of designed to leverage their GPU and you still get that power that you need. Based on our unboxing that we just did, you have your NVIDIA Jetson. That's all you get in the box. You get a small paper card, and a foldable paper stand. Could have been nice if they gave us a real paper stand, but I guess they're trying to build this as cheap as possible. As JetPack SDK, which that's the NVIDIA SDK that we can actually call and we can download. Deepstream SDK is another SDK that you can download for this thing for sensor processing. Remember, for this board, they already have a good deal of neural networks and things kind of already set up for this development board to kind of get you started fairly quick. Let's see what else they got. Can I get any specs? Let's see if we can find specs. So the GPU has 128 core Maxwell. Again, remember, this is a similar core chip. Actually, I think this actually has more cores than the autopilot computer for the Teslas. I think it actually started in 2016. The Tesla started coming out with the autopilot. Maybe the end of 2015, 2016. Has a quad-core ARM A57. 1.43 gigahertz, not that great, but hopefully it's leveraging a lot of that GPU. Memory has 4 gigs, 64-bit LPDDR4, 25.6 gigabytes a second. So RAM is not so bad. I think they're going to need that, especially if they're going to talk about this board being able to do things that other AI boards can do, or just a full kind of AI system on a basic level. They're going to need some decent RAM. Micro SD not included, of course. Video encoding 4K, which is really nice. Video decoding is also in 4K. So this is that kind of image recognition that we're looking for. So we're able to take some really high end pictures, and the system is going to be able to chop those up and actually encode it and decode those pictures. So that means you could probably hook a 4K camera to this and do a little bit of image recognition with that. A camera, I did not know that it had 2. So that was actually, I do remember seeing that. So there's 2 lanes for the camera. So we can actually have a front-facing camera possibly and a rear-facing camera if we were going to do some kind of autonomous vehicle. I'm actually thinking about that since summertime is going to come up. We'll have a self-driving lawnmower that knows when it needs to go cut the grass. That would be kind of cool. Connectivity, gigabit Ethernet port, HDMI display port, and DisplayPort. I've seen both of those. USB port, yes, it was 3.0, so that was correct. And it has a micro B, which that's going to be for your connection to power. Others, GPIO, UART for programming. If you want to get to that deep level of programming outside of what you can do with the SDK. And this just tells the pin connections. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything decent in the FAQ? When can you buy it? So the module seems like it has a 5 or 10 year operating lifespan in a production environment. So that means this thing can run for 5 to 10 years at whatever you're doing when it comes to AI. Oh, cool. So you get a 1-year development use only. So this actually is just for the development kit. So that does not include the actual module. But you get 1 year on that too. The module you get 5 to 10 years. But it says the development kit up top for operation lifetime. They don't know. It's not guaranteed of availability, order quantities. Let's see. Anything else that's actually important that we want to bring out? Shock, vibrations, humidity running levels, operational life. Yeah, they're looking at that that board to last you at least 5 years. And the module to last 10 years. So that means they probably build this to be a little bit future-proof, especially for this nano technology. So if you ever build this thing into a production environment, you don't really need the development board. The piece that you're actually developing with is that NVIDIA module. 15 watts and 20 watts. So this is how much watts each one of those actually takes. So more warranty information, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it doesn't seem to be much information on their site. Let me take a look at the module. So this is what that module actually looks like without the heatsink. And it looks like there may be some wireless built into there. Interesting. Oh, here's some more stuff right here. Whoa, is this the same board? Yeah. Why does it say 16 gigabytes? I'll have to look that up because this is oh, I see. It has some built-in storage, so I'm assuming that's going to help with processing that 4K video up and downstream. Okay, so this is the resolutions for the encoding, resolutions for the decoding. So it's actually 12 lanes going into this chip. So we're seeing a little bit of the information of what that chip alone can do. Of course, this is a display chip, so this is going to be true. So this board is actually running off of that module's GPU. So when you hook it to your monitor on your computer, if you're passing through your computer, or if you're hooking it through just to a monitor, you're leveraging that this module right here. That's temperature. So that's actually pretty cool. So again, if you like this video and you want to see more with this chip, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.